And on this video, we discuss the state of the 2021 Washington Nationals. Let's get into it. What's going on, Ledger Nation? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast on the Laracuente Ledger Network. And as I said in the open, today we will be discussing the state of the 2021 Washington Nationals. But before we do, make sure if you haven't already done so, you smash that subscribe button if you're loving the baseball content you're getting here from the Laracuente Ledger Network. Now, looking at what the Washington Nationals did this offseason, we have to begin with the trade for Josh Bell. Now, Bell is a switch hitter who can provide some power and play solid enough around the base. This is also going to be a key signing because of the fact that he's a switch hitter and provides a level of balance to the lineup. When Bell was acquired, it seemed as if the reunion with the first ever Washington National, Ryan Zimmerman, was going to be thrown out the window. However, we would find out that that is not the case, as the Nationals would re-sign Ryan Zimmerman as well. Having this tandem at the first base position is going to be an interesting mix. Both Bell and Zimmerman possess a similar skill set at this point when it comes to their defensive ability, but offensively is where, to me, they are a little bit different. Zimmerman is going to be more of a contact guy, while Josh Bell is going to give you a little bit more of a power swing. Re-signing Ryan Zimmerman, to me, also serves the purpose of being able to allow fans to say goodbye to the first ever Washington National. We know that he was their first overall pick when they became the Nationals after transitioning from Montreal as the Expos. Now, we would also see the Nationals bring in Alex Avila. When you look at what Alex Avila provides, this is a perfect platoon partner for Yan Gomes, who they already have in the fold. So when you pair the lefty-righty combination, you get one amazing catcher. The Nationals would also bring in Jon Lester, a name from the past. However, Lester is still capable of getting outs. When you put him into this rotation, it's even scarier when you just list off the names. And we'll get into the rotation in just a moment. But the ability of Lester to kind of keep his cool in high pressure moments is really why they're bringing him in. I think he's not the same pitcher that he once was, or even that he was when he was with the Cubs winning the World Series in 2016. But this is still going to be a veteran starter who understands his role, understands his ability, and understands his stuff. And in that, he's going to be able to also play a mentor role to some of the younger arms in the National system and in the Nationals rotation. A guy like Joe Ross could very easily benefit from several conversations throughout the year with Jon Lester. Now, the Nationals wouldn't just stop at bringing in some rotation help, they would also bring in some bullpen help with Brad Hand. When you look at what Hayne has been for the last several years, has been one of the best relievers in Major League Baseball. Yes, there are concerns because of his diminished velocity and how heavily he relies on that fastball. But when you look at what he's capable of doing, he's still capable of getting outs. And to me, a rested Brad Hand, which is what we've got with a shortened season, is going to serve very well for the Washington Nationals and their organization. And we'll round out the Nationals offseason discussion by bringing up the signing of Kyle Schwarber. To me, this is one of the most intriguing and surprising moves of the offseason when the Cubs decided to non-tender the outfielder. Yes, he's not going to be a very good defender, and with the fact that the National League is not going to have the DH at the time of this recording at least, Kyle Schwarber is going to have to man left field for the Nationals. And while that is a liability with him as defensively speaking, there's no doubt that he possesses one of the most dangerous and potent bats, potentially, in the National League. When you look at what Schwarber can be, I think having Juan Soto by his side is going to be where he becomes an even more dangerous and better hitter. We know that Juan Soto is arguably the closest thing that we're going to have to a Ted Williams-esque type player in our current generation. Having Schwarber pick Soto's ear about how he approaches things is really going to help Schwarber become a better player and a better hitter. We know that Schwarber possesses incredible power potential, and that's really why the Nationals are going to love having him here. Bringing him in, he's going to be able to provide support and backup and protection for the rest of that Nationals lineup. Now, as we jump into the state of the rotation, this is where the Nationals absolutely shine. Arguably, they have the best rotation in Major League Baseball. When you look at the names of Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, Patrick Corbin, Jon Lester, and Joe Ross, this is going to be a very dangerous and dynamic starting rotation. How they fare, it's really going to be dependent on health. If they can remain healthy, this has the potential to lock down the NL East for the Washington Nationals. However, all of these guys really have been injury concerns over the last several years. So the biggest thing for the Nationals is maintaining the health of their starting rotation, because on any given night, any one of these guys can produce absolute magic from the mound. As we look at the state of the bullpen for the Washington Nationals, there aren't going to be many recognizable names outside of Brad Hand, Daniel Hudson, and Will Harris. But that doesn't diminish what this bullpen is going to be capable of doing. Yes, their starting rotation is really going to be where this team is at its strength, but the bullpen is going to be able to come in and help preserve those victories. While the names may not be recognizable now, an extended postseason push for the Washington Nationals in 2021 will have many more of those names become recognizable. Now, as we look at the state of the offense for the Washington Nationals, it is without a doubt built and sustained by Juan Soto. As I said previously, Juan Soto is the closest thing that we're going to have in this generation to Ted Williams. His understanding of the strike zone and his discipline at the plate is second to none. Obviously, the Soto shuffle can either anger or enrich the life of many fans and, of course, of starting pitchers. But there's very little doubt that the bat that Juan Soto possesses is potent and dangerous. This player is going to be one of the most significant and outstanding players of this generation for many, many years to come. The offense is going to be built around him. And we're likely to see Josh Bell break up the two left-handers, with Soto hitting third, Bell hitting cleanup, and Schwarber hitting fifth. That's just my personal opinion, thinking how the lineup will shake out. But you're also going to have guys like Trey Turner, Carter Kieboom, Starlin Castro, Ryan Zimmerman, all that are going to be able to help kind of push this lineup forward. And all of these players you believe are going to have very good seasons in 2021 and help push this Nationals roster up towards the top of that division. Yes, it's going to be a very competitive National League East, as I've said many, many times. And this Washington Nationals team is going to be among the very best of this division. So as we look at the state of the franchise here, there's no doubt about it. The biggest deterrent, the biggest factor for success is going to be the health of the Washington Nationals. If they can remain healthy, and especially in the rotation, they're going to have a chance to do something special here in 2021. However, if they're unable to remain healthy, this team is going to find themselves quickly at the bottom of the division, because that is how important health is to this team. Yes, there's going to be aspects of this team that are always going to shine and stand out, i.e. Juan Soto, Max Scherzer every time he steps on the mound, and Trey Turner anytime he gets on the field. But when you look at what this team is going to be able to do, again, health is the biggest key. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What are your feelings about the Washington Nationals? Where do they end up? Where do they rank in the National League East Division and in the National League as a whole? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comment section below, and we'll discuss it further. As always, if you haven't already done so, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and bell so that you're notified each and every time we drop new content here on the Laracuente Ledger Network. We are finishing out our state of the MLB franchises this week, so make sure you keep it locked in by hitting that subscribe button to catch the rest of the league. And if you want to get the full Laracuente Ledger Network picture, make sure you head over to patreon.com, search for the Laracuente Ledger Network, and join us there, as it does a huge service for us here at the Laracuente Ledger Network when you join us on Patreon. It allows us to continue bringing you this kind of content each and every single week. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you check out our sister channel WeSibs, as they are providing amazing content over there as well. So I will catch you guys with the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions when they have to be dropped about the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.